Good morning, everybody, and this is your Dow Jones day trade setup for today. So this trend line that we gave you yesterday does look like it has been adhered to. So you can see that was the original trend that we were in, respected it for quite some time, broke below it, tested it, came back, test, and looks like we're rejecting again. So this is probably the third rejection. See, first, second, third. So third rejection. Look at my oscillators, all grouped nicely to the upside on the 8 hour, indicating that we're extremely overbought and we are testing this previous level here at the moment, which is 34,885. So trend is up at the moment, but if you just sort of sit back and look at it realistically, we're actually sideways. So we are sideways to up or up to sideways, or whichever way you want to do it, but it's not a strong uptrend. It's pretty much just drifting up in a range. So if you come down to the 3 hour, you can see we're drifting lower. We are through kind of this level, but each one of these fractals is going to offer some form of support. So you need to just keep that in the back of your mind. The other thing you need to keep in your mind is that look at these oscillators here. And remember, when they cross far apart, here's a good example. They cross far apart over here. And then look at the violet move you have to the upside. So that happens very often. So just bear that in mind. It's not in play just yet. And it could still, both could still drift down to the bottom as well. But you've got to wait for that cross as the confirmation. At the moment, there are more results coming out today. There were good results yesterday. Nothing really sort of as a failure, considered as a failure. Most of the results were as expected or a little bit better, which is very typical for results season. But for me at the moment, this is sit patiently and wait. There's nothing really here that I want to be chasing to the upside right just yet. I really am looking for a decent reset, and the more people start panicking about it, the more people are not putting their money in the market, and the only things trading the market are algorithms. I suspect we are going to have some kind of a reset soon. So it's either going to just ignore everything and continue merrily to the upside, or alternatively we're going to have that reset. Now I think savvy investors are liquidating very quickly at the moment, so they are waiting for earnings season, starting to liquidate, starting to move money around. But at the same time, they're also in a wait and see pattern to see if it just stabilizes here, forms a base, and we build off that base. So a lot of confusion in the market, a lot of wait and see, and that's typical when you see the volatility, when you're up and down like this. And you can see yesterday pretty much nothing really on offer, just a sideways day. And we had CPI come out, which worse than expected, which is also a bit of an issue. Last thing that we need to look at is, the trend at the moment is drifting lower. Although for me, it's not in a downtrend. It's just really drifting sideways. So, short story is money in pocket. Wait for something to happen. If you do start looking for trades on this thing, you need to be doing it off the 15-minute. You need to be looking for structure. You can see yesterday was not a good example. But if you look at the moving average in the 15-minute, it does look like it's leading towards a down day today. And there are gaps down here. So you can see there's a gap all the way down here. There's a gap all the way down here. So these two levels at 34,700 and 34,730 are definitely on the cards at the moment. But more concerning, if I keep working down the previous down, you can see no gaps there. There was another gap that I saw here. It might be, there's one there, very small. There's the other one there that I'm thinking of, and that is 34,184. So 34,200 is definitely a small gap. I don't know if that gap has been closed. We'll look now. Yeah, that gap's been closed. But if you keep going back on the lower time frame, you'll see there's another gap down there. So I think there's one more even further down. There's another one there. You can see it closed there and then jumped up on the open there. and there's another one there, and I know there was one more that I saw when I was looking through, but anyway, I think there could be one. There's a little one there. Anyway, we come back to the real time and just do this on the hour, and you look where all those gaps are. So every one of these lines, there is a lower time frame gap, and they typically act as magnets. Gaps are always magnets. It doesn't matter which way you look at it. You can go do your own back testing. I've done mine over many years. Those gaps are magnets. So often you sort of gap up and you accelerate away from it, but they come back to be tested sometime in the future. And that is where I am at the moment. I'm a little bit cautious, and I think we are heading for some form of reset. So we'll wait patiently for that. Anyway, that's enough rambling for me this morning. I'm sit on hands, not really interested in this at the moment, and I'm going to move on to Forex now. Maybe there's something there, but there is definitely nothing on the indexes right now. Anyway, hope it helps, and we'll catch you later. Cheers for now.